All right, I'm not going to do any more of that because every single year I'm noticing something. The older I get, the more I sound like the big guy myself. I'm not really happy about that, but it's a happy thing, I guess. I'm not happy about looking in the mirror and starting to look a little bit more like the big guy. That doesn't make me happy. That's okay. It's the Daily Boost from MotivationToMove.com. Life is what it is. Life gets in the way sometimes. Life just serves up stuff that happens. So what do? Well, you make a decision. You dream. This is what I want. Be lifestyle driven. Decide what you want to create. Who do you want to hang out with? What kind of job do you want to do? Where do you want to live? How much money do you want to make? All that kind of stuff. Make that decision. Get committed to it. Get motivated. Get the strategies. Get the tactics. And get the support, frankly, that you need so that every single day you can stay on track and move toward it. You can change anything. I have seen it. I do it myself. I really do. Every few years I get bored. I don't throw everything away. No, I don't do that. A lot of people do that. No, I build a nice foundation. Every few years I say, let's do something different. And we go do it. And you can do and should do the same thing, particularly in a year of COVID. We'll be talking a lot about that, which is a favorite topic of mine. You know that. Because it's life, and it's having fun with life. It's living life to the max, no matter what happens. Hey, it's me, Scott Smith, founder, chief motivating officer here at MotivationToMove.com. Happy you're here today. I got to say, as we get into this week, got an official holiday period, if you will. Nobody quite knows how it's going to happen, but there's only a few ways to think about this. But one thing that I have to tell you, if I can admit this, can I? It's been very difficult, particularly this kind of time of year, to chat with the folks I'm chatting with. We're talking it's even more than tens of thousands. It's a bunch. It's in the hundreds of thousands when the episodes go out. And I know when I do this, when I'm doing these shows, I'm talking to you to help inspire and motivate you and get you there and make your dreams come true because you said you wanted them. Give you the tools to do that. But I also know I'm talking to basically two groups of people. In this COVID year, we have a group that has not been really affected by it. We have folks who have not been locked down, folks who have not lost their jobs. Everything is pretty good, right? And everything's pretty normal. And then we have the other group, people that are massively affected and maybe have lost their jobs and things are not really good. And they're here too. And I think there's probably a combination of the two somewhere in there. And certainly there's some stress in there as well with everybody. It's been an interesting time. And it really makes you think a little bit. And I hope you've taken the time to do that, because if you haven't, you've really, you're giving, you're shortcutting yourself. You're cutting yourself off. Pay attention to everything that's going on around you and find that strength and find that gratitude. We're going to talk about gratitude today a bunch and give you a cute little story from last night and some other things as well. But first, have you done your homework? Did you sit down and say, hey, how's my life going? How's it? I know you don't have time right now, but maybe after the holidays you can do it. Really take just a few minutes and decide what you like in your life. And if you like it, do you want to keep it? It's that simple. A lot of people say, Scott, I never thought about it that way. So sure, if you have something that you like in your life, you got to work at it. If you've been married a long time, you better work at that marriage or you won't have it, right? So hang on for the ride and make sure things are taken care of. Whatever you like, you want to keep. Work on that. Have a plan for that. If there's something in your life you don't like, and a lot of folks have a lot of that right now, don't worry about it. Don't get mad about it. Just decide, okay, well, what do I want? And don't stop the other stuff. Just move toward the new. That's all. Just go do it. If you don't take a moment to look at your life in all the different areas of your world, and decide what you like and don't like about it, and just go about changing it, it's not going to change. Well, it will change, but you won't have any control of it. You know that happens, right? Change is going to happen. We can't control that anyway. So last night, I'm feeling a bit grateful. I had a few things happen this past couple of days that were like, it just kind of caught me. And to me, gratitude is a bit like meditation. People say, Scott, I just got to find time to meditate. I said, just kind of make it part of your world. I mean, if you're walking down to get the mail in the driveway, just, go to this place, right? You don't have to sit officially and meditate unless you want to. Not to say you can't. Not to say it's not good. You're driving on the road. You're meditating probably anyway right then. Just stop listening to stupid stuff on the radio and start spending some time with yourself. Gratitude is kind of the same thing. You can live and breathe in gratitude. I crashed my drone yesterday. And I almost got mad. It's an expensive drone. Got caught in a tree. But I kind of live in a state of gratitude. Immediately I went, well, listen, I'm lucky enough to have a drone. I can afford to have it. I've got the space. I got 12 acres here I can fly it on. I got lots of trees for it to get caught in. Had to feel grateful. What am I going to do? I said, went and told my wife. She didn't laugh at me or anything. She didn't say, really. Called my son-in-law the next day. I said, listen, I need some muscle. Can you come help me? He came out and got to buy a new chainsaw. I had gratitude for that. I was able to go down to the store and buy a chainsaw. I had gratitude he showed up to help me. And yes, the one tree was sacrificed to get the drone back, but that's okay. I got lots of trees. I got 8 acres of trees. Had to be grateful. I was even more grateful that it wasn't broken. Gratitude's an interesting thing when you look for it. Last night, went down to Lake Helen, Florida. A lot of folks who live up north don't understand. How do you get in the season when you live in Florida? How does that happen? Well, listen, when it doesn't change a whole lot in temperature throughout the course of the year. When it changes 10 degrees, you're right there. Boom, you're in the holiday spirit. We don't need snow. In fact, snow once or twice a year is a great thing. Beyond that, I want to be here. Went to Lake Ellen and rode the Butler Express. Social distancing and masks and all were in place. A little small town, and they have a choo-choo there. It's actually a couple of trucks. They made it into it looks like a train, but it runs down the road. And they have the engineer, and what they do is you buy these tickets, and they sell out in about 30 minutes, and then you stand in line for 2 hours, and you drink hot cocoa or a snow cone, depending on the temperature here in Florida at the time. Get on the train, the engineer takes you around town, and they go past all the lights that are on the homes around this little itty-bitty small town. And as you go past, you want to be in the holiday spirit. The people start stepping out on their front porches yelling, "Merry Christmas." And everybody's going to get sucked into it. You cannot do that without being grateful for the opportunity. If you didn't have the chance to do something like that, then think about it, because I know you've done that in the past. It's a year that's been kind of crazy. Gift giving is going on all over the place. But really, we want to think about the most important gift you have received, and that's those daily gifts, those daily things that happen, that daily experience, the good, the bad, the ugly. Sometimes the good, the bad, the ugly is the best gift you're given. I often am called out because people say, "Scott, you should be just the positivity, upbeat, motivational guy." I said, yeah, but here's the problem, darn it. Some of the best motivation I've ever had in my life was when bad stuff happened. Frankly, somebody got on my butt and chewed me out, or something happened, right? It motivated me to do something different. That's why I kind of walk the line between the two. Always upbeat, always optimistic, always positive, and understanding that sometimes a good kick in the butt is a good part. It's ugly, but yeah, it works, right? You know that. Incredible life lessons that add up, and they carry on forever when you look at it that way. So it leads me to a question for you, if I may. What experiences have you had in the last year that you consider a gift, something you're grateful for? Challenging or pleasurable? How you perceive them has power to transform your future and change who you are. Let me say that again. How you receive those challenges or those pleasurable gifts, it has the power to transform your future, and I would say instantly. And then every single day, if you just stay in that mode, everything changes. So what have you been given this year, good or bad or ugly or whatever it happens to be, that you can be grateful for? And the answer should be just about everything, by the way. Years ago, my daughter wrote a poem, and today is her birthday, and I was pulling out her poem. She wrote this poem, you may have heard it before. Soon we'll all find our way. Soon we'll know what makes us who we are. Soon we'll wake up to a day we can appreciate. Soon we'll know that tomorrow will be better. Soon we'll trust that everything's okay. The past is gone. Can't hold us back. Soon we'll smile about today. Soon will come too soon. Don't let it slip away. Given the year we've had in 2020, man, and talking about being grateful, that sure works for me. She wrote that, by the way, after the passing of her mother 14 years ago, to give you perspective on that. Another way to be grateful for whatever gift you've been given. So I'll be here the entire holiday season. We will be pre-recording. I will be taking some extra time. All of us will take some extra time around here, so if you want to send a note, you can. We'd like that, but it might be a day or two before we get back with you. But you can know this, that I am grateful for you and everything you do for me, and I'm thinking about you. And every day that I get up and do these shows, it's you that drives me. I wouldn't do them for myself. I don't have that need. But you do drive me to do it, so thank you for that. I appreciate it. It's kind of a strange journey that continues to go on year after year, and I plan on keeping it going for a long time to come. See you tomorrow, right here on The Daily Boost.